What is up, guys? It is Kizzer, and it is Monday, December 31st. It is my birthday. If you want to send something, you can send it to the P.O. box right here. I don't have a P.O. box. Maybe next birthday. But this video isn't about me. It's about just tips on how to improve your creative workflow. I'm a writer-director, so I feel like I constantly have to jump from one task to another task, all creative, and have to find ways to maintain my level of productivity and creativity. And I personally find that difficult. And so I've found a couple of things that really help keep that level of productivity up to par throughout all my tasks. And I felt like I might want to share some with you guys. And as a result, if you think you have something, maybe you drop it in the comments below and we can benefit all together. And keep watching till the end of the video because I'm going to talk about the big announcement that I teased last week. So stay tuned for that. Tip number one is to find a couple of different creative spots that you're able to work from. And this is one that takes a little bit of time. But for example, I have 3 to 4 different spots. I have 2 in the house, and then I have a couple outside. You know, one's the Starbucks, and I have a couple of other ones that are lower grade. Spots that I don't frequent as much, but ones that, if need be, I'm still able to go to work there. The reason is that there's times where I find that I get frustrated in my environment where I'll be sitting in my room, and one of the spots is my desk, and there's times where I sit there and just work for hours, and then there's times where I just get very frustrated, and so I just need to get up and walk out. And so in events like this, I'm able to just pack up my stuff and go to one of my other spots. There's times where I'll go downstairs. There's a table, really nice table right here, which is kind of secluded, and so I can work on that, or I just drive to the Starbucks. And that's one of the interesting things, is that you should find places also outside the house, ones that might, some of them might be close, but there's also ones that you might want to find that are like 10-15 minutes drive away or walk away, because what happens is that by the time you get there, you're like, okay, now I'm here, I have to do work. Do you get what I mean? There's a difference if there's like a minute away, you're like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna go back home. You can't do that anymore, right? Because you've driven like 15 minutes there, or you've walked 15 minutes to get to this Starbucks or cafe, and you're like, okay, well, I don't want to walk now 15 minutes home. Let me just do some work while I'm here. At least that's how I feel. Tip 2 is when you're starting to feel overwhelmed because of the amount of tasks you have, a good thing to do is to write it out and write down the order of importance, and then on a separate sheet then list out specifically each task, what you have to do for that task, and so then your mind will be able to process it better. At least that's how it is for me. Tip 3 is you want it to be able to space out your similar tasks apart. So for a person that writes multiple scripts, usually roughly around the same time, what I like to do is I'll be writing a script, and then once I feel like I'm done for the day, I go on to work that's completely different, like doing research or working on a presentation, and then I'll do some editing work, and then I'll go back to the script after, or I'll jump to a different script. Something I've learned is when I keep working on the same style of task, I am not able to work as long as I'm able to otherwise. So that's a big thing that I've learned is constantly changing it up. Like how you'd work out, where you'd keep changing your weight, or you keep changing your workout to be able to keep your muscles on edge. Like that, you want to keep your brain on edge so that there's never a moment of laziness for it. That works for me at least. Step 4 is to find the right kind of music. For me, listening to certain kinds of music with certain activities doesn't work, like hip-hop and creative writing. However, if I went and listened to hip-hop for like presentation work or research work, it really increases my level of productivity. For me, creative writing in like film scores or soundtracks that are just instrumental really works. I think that experimenting and finding what works for you in the realm of music can really increase your productivity. So I recommend that you explore that a little bit more. Alright, so thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed it, just press a like, share the video. I know it wasn't really that many tips, but I felt like I wanted to put something out there that really helps others with the resolutions, especially in the creative department. And as a creative myself, I know I've had a lot of trouble throughout the year and throughout my whole life just making some of those resolutions come true. My announcements, I'm officially on Patreon. I'm super excited about it, and so if you actually go to the link to my Patreon page, and it'll explain everything I'm trying to do with Patreon and what's going to be happening and the perks and all that other stuff, and there's a video there as well, so just go check it out and share this video with everyone that you think it might be able to help. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Peace.